On March 16th of 2021, a series of mass shootings occurred in 3 spots in Atlanta, which led to the death of 8, 6 of whom were women of Asian descent. Unfortunately, this case has not been reported as a hate crime. According to the police, the killer said he was motivated by a sexual addiction that was at odds with his religious beliefs. It seemed that he was defended for his psychological disabilities. The killer also said that he was having a bad day. Who was having a bad day? I felt so numb these past couple of months, every day waking up and seeing yet another news article or post about another attack on Asian civilians. I didn't know how to process everything that was happening. I felt as though I did not have the right to be angry or upset, that this was just something that happened. I questioned whether or not I was overreacting to the rise of anti-Asian hate crimes because it seemed like no one else cared. The 6 were brutally murdered in silence. The more we stayed oppressed in silence, the 3,800 cases of anti-Asian racist incidents will continue to prevail over our voices. We have gathered here today. Is it really because Asians don't raise their voices? Are our hate crimes irrelevant because the history of it is too short? When the teacher states I hate Koreans 6 times in the safest and the most prestigious school, it is not considered a hate crime. When 6 people are murdered in the span of a day, it is not considered a hate crime. Then what the is a hate crime? Will it be a hate crime when 100 or more of our fellow civilian lives are taken? Is it still our problem, or is it the problem with the law? We're consistently told that problems will be fixed once both perpetrators and victims, as well as educators and students, are educated. However, there's no time to educate the hate crimes that are taking in place, as if it's like a joke dealing with the lives of human beings. In this case, the police, judges, prosecutors, the media should first be educated so that there should be a warning or a strong initiative that must be implemented so that people are afraid of causing these hate crimes. Why are hate crimes considered when our law can't keep its promise? If this wasn't racism, what meaning does a hate crime have? Racially motivated violence should be called out exactly for what it is, and we must stop making excuses or rebranding it for its economic anxiety or sexual addiction. I, like all of you, still have hope for this country. I have hope that everything they sacrificed and grinded wasn't for in vain. That all of their hard work did give their family a better chance of life. But I still have hope. I am begging everyone to please care about your surroundings. Stay conscious. Grieve with us. Get angry with us. Stop allowing Asian stereotypes to jokes to be perpetuated. Call out your racist friends. Protect our elderly. Ask your Asian friends if they want to walk home together. Please, just pay attention, because this is our home. Thank you.
This is Xiaojie Tan. Xiaojie Tan came to America looking to achieve the American dream of owning a successful business. She did so by creating 2 nail salons in Atlanta, Georgia, one of which was targeted by a shooter. Xiaojie left behind a daughter who described her mother as her best friend. Xiaojie Tan would have turned 50 the day after the shooting, which is around the same age as my mom. This is Hyunjung Kim. Hyunjung Kim left behind 2 sons. One of her two sons said that his mother will never get to see him graduate, never get to see him get married, and never get to see him have children. Her sons are around my age. And these people are just like you and me. We have families, we have friends, and we have dreams. And I'm angry, and I'm afraid. I'm afraid for my aunt that goes to work every day. I'm afraid for my mom that runs daily errands. And I'm afraid for my grandma that goes on walks. And it shouldn't be this way. So I'm not gonna stand here like I have been during this pandemic.
I am so very sorry. But I also want to say that we stand with you, and we love you, and we understand. Those of us who love justice, and we will always speak out against injustice, no matter whom the target or victim is. And I hope you remember that we have one enemy, and the enemy is not white people, the enemy is racism. So if you are against racism, we are all on the same side.
We're here today to mourn the lives lost in Atlanta and for all those who died because of hate. Yet again, a person with hate and rage has murdered innocent people.
1960s, we had the civil rights movement where black Americans were disenfranchised in this country. It is now time for another movement where we're all considered to be inclusive, we're all part of the American dream, and we're all accepted as Americans.
I'm Bergen County Commissioner Tracy Zer. Our Declaration of Independence declared that all men, and I put in there women too, are created equal.
Just because they've got these crazy notions about the coronavirus, I just want to puke. It's so awful what is happening.
Hate has no place in America. Hate has no place in Bergen County. Hate has to be eradicated.
I challenge myself and my community to recognize the painful history of anti-Asian racism, to learn and understand the experience of individuals, and to use the power and privilege we have to stand up to bigotry. Why are we discussing this now? To do the work of combating hate in every corner of our society.
시간이 지날수록 차세대 목소리에 높이는 게 아주 중요하다고 느낍니다. 이제 Asian Hate Crime을 통해 Black Lives Matter Movement에 동참을 해서 이제 모든 레이스들이 다 도움을 줄 수 있는 그런 environment가 오면은 저 Hate Crime을 prevent 할 수 있을 것 같습니다.
이제는 정말 자기가 이 아시안 아메리칸으로서의 그런 입지를 붙였으면 좋겠습니다. 이런 일들을 통하여서 우리가 더욱더 힘을 모아서 함께 한 목소리를 냈으면 좋겠습니다.